Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here, this time reviewing on issue 10 of Image Comics Transformers. Now, I'm sorry that I haven't been able to do as much reviews, been working multiple jobs, trying to sort things out, and managed to get a little bit of free time. So, mainly reviewing issue 10 of the Transformers Image Comics. And the cover mainly has, RC and Carly looking at the sky at night. And we see how, the story starts off at Earth's orbit millions of years ago, where Skywarp throws Beachcomber out of the Ark. And we see how he ends up landing on the moon and has spent eons staring at it and pretty much wonders by the planet's beauty. And we see how, in the 1960s, Beachcomber manages to gain a ride during the whole moon landing thing. And we see how, Beachcomber makes his way to Earth. And we see how he gets fascinated by the planet's beauty. And, of course, finds the Ark. And we see how he thinks about basically repairing the Transformers, but because of his pacifist nature, he knew it was a bad idea. I'm thinking, dude, seriously, just take the Decepticon remains out of the Ark and activate only the Autobot ones. You have one job. And this is where, because of his pacifist, peaceful nature, this will lead to potential problems. And we see how, that even Beachcomber said there could have been peace forever. And we see how Spike mainly asks, was he ever alone? But he wasn't because of the wildlife. And we see how, Astral Train says, how dare you tie me down? My friends, would you like some energon? I have resources I took from the Ark. I want no help from you, Autobot. Release me or feel my steel. And we see how he mentions about Shockwave and that, and even Beachcomber knows who Shockwave is, the baddest of the bad, and knows that this isn't going to end well. And because of his pacifist nature, he doesn't want to fight. And we see how, Shockwave mainly asks Soundwave what's wrong, and points out about that he wants to repair Ravage, but we kind of see how, he wants to kind of discard it, and even says to Soundwave he can build a better, stronger version. But of course, Shockwave gets fascinated by the sea life, saying, unbelievable! Have you ever seen anything so majestic? The planet has many optic wonders. There is something new to see every day. Isn't it wonderful to know this beauty, Will, and such a wonderful cause? And we kind of see how, the Constructicons and that have built the sort of feeder, and of course, uses the sea life and that to power up his device. And we see how, back at the sort of dam, we see how Wheeljack and RC are planning to kind of use the device to help bring back any other Transformer. But we see how Elita 1 ends up meeting up with RC and the others, and we see how RC learns to a shock and horror that the unnamed Autobot is Ultra Madness. And we see him saying, Ultra Madness! RC, I don't want you to see me like this. I thought you were dead. And we kind of see how Wheeljack pretty much points out that Ratchet could fix him, but we see how Optimus has to break the bad news. And of course, you can tell that some of these deaths are going to be personal to some of these Transformers. They were their friends and teammates. Something that I think Prime did right with basically Cliff Chomper's death, as well as showing that, in war, you're going to lose more and more friends and close ones. And we see how, back at the Decepticon base, Shockwave has planned to do experimentations on Cliff Chomper and Jazz, and basically torture and interrogate them. And we see how, even Shockwave's methods are too brutal for Soundwave and Thundercracker, and you can even tell they are appalled by it. But we see how, yeah, Onslaught as well as what remains of Brawl are still back on the Decepticon base, and we kind of see how, yeah, Thundercracker wants to bring back Skywarp. And we kind of see how, yeah, at the kind of Dam-like area, we see how Elita 1 isn't pleased that Optimus left them on Cybertron, and of course find out how many of their friends, their teammates and that, have kind of now gotten lost, killed, or now prisoners of war. And we see how Optimus tries to kind of get Elita to see reason, and you can tell she's justifiably annoyed and angry. But of course, we see how Shockwave activates the sort of feeder, and of course, uses it to take every bit of Earth's resources. And we see how, yeah, Shockwave says, much faster, our planet whimpers with thirst. And we see how a giant blast happens, and yeah, it brings Cybertron straight to Earth, bringing the feel of Dark of the Moon. And even Beachcomber knows that, yeah, this has just gotten a lot worse. And we see how Shockwave says, let the harvest begin! And ending the story. So I think issue 10 isn't too bad. I think the story makes it clear that while Beachcomber has good intentions, I think because of his pacifist nature, he made the situation unintentionally by himself. And this is a problem with a pacifist's nature. They will end up putting themselves in danger, annoying people, or end up getting themselves almost killed. And you can even tell the Decepticons are justifiably uneasy by Shockwave's more violent, brutal, as well as inhumane methods. And this is clear that even Soundwave and Thundercracker are beginning to show doubts to it. So I think this one definitely deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.